Hello, everyone. Welcome to some more Sprinties. We have friends. Yay! We love friends. Let's go around and introduce. Neva, how about you go first?
Hello, I'm Neva. My channel is Reading with Neva. What do we do on this channel? My 6-year-old thinks that this is also her channel, so you're welcome for that. We do a lot of vlogs, and we play a Gilmore Girl themed TBR game once a month. That's about all that I do on my channel. Oh, and I do like Kindle content because I mostly read on my Kindle. And I'm reading. I'm reading Maybe Now if I can find my Kindle. It's a Colleen Hoover book.
So you're maybe reading Maybe Now.
It's somewhere in my bed.
Maybe now you'll be reading.
Oh, we also do 24-hour sprints once a month. I guess that's the thing that we do.
Yes, because we have 24-hour sprints coming up.
Good to tell people about that since they are tomorrow.
Yes, yeah, I was going to say they're tomorrow, right? Yeah, we should probably tomorrow.
That's the call. Maybe Now is the last book in the Maybe Someday series, and I'm reading it for a Colleen Hoover vlog. I don't know that I love this book. Okay, it's not great.
Second on the books.
But
second on the books.
That's it. That's all I got. Do you want to say hello? Say hello. Hurry up.
Hello.
Hi.
I am reading
Ramona the Pest.
I'm reading Ramona the Pest.
Oh, good choice.
She splashes and stuff. See?
Yeah.
And I am about.
Or where are you at in the book? Right there?
I'm about like right here with all her friends and her. This little girl right here, that
is Ramona.
Is the same girl as her.
Oh.
And do you know what characters I love in this book?
Who?
I love Ramona. And when she gets in trouble, because that's honesty. And
honesty is good.
It's good.
All right. Good?
Nice. Love it.
Or Margaret's turn?
I think it's Bree's turn.
Oh! This backfired!
Well, if you're new here, hi, I'm Bree. Welcome. I like friends, so come hang out and I'll be friends with you. I need friends. So yeah. If you're new and you're finding me from someone else, I see that Taylor says that she found me from Brittany. So hi.
Nice.
Oh, come back. Rude. So hi, welcome. Excited to see you and yay, friends. I need friends. I love friends. I want friends.
We love Taylor.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Okay, let's see. Margaret?
Oh, that would be me. Hi, I'm Margaret. I am also known as the Word Nerd. My channel, I read books. No, I talk a lot about fantasy. I'm into thrillers. I do read some romance. I'm pretty much an omnivore reader, with fantasy being my main genre. And occasionally I actually sit down and read the true love of my life, comic books. But you'll see me reading a lot of age ranges and genres and stuff like that. And you will also have to deal with me talking about Taylor Swift on a regular basis. So if you're a Swiftie, head on over. And I do reading sprints once a week on Saturdays. So, hey, Ro!
Hey, Ro. How are you? All right, Brittany?
I'm Brittany, and I love reading. That's my channel name. I do kind of like Margaret, a little bit of everything. I just don't really read horror. That's really the only thing that I don't read. Occasionally, I will try and attempt to become a horror girly and realize that's why I don't read it.
See, I'm about to enter my horror girly era.
I'm like, I try, and then it doesn't work.
There's no reading a horror book today.
I do sprints every Tuesday night on my channel and occasionally at other times. But yeah.
Nice.
Awesome.
And
What are we all working on?
Oh, yeah, but we're reading.
I might be reading tonight. It's potential.
Nice.
A Touch of Light by Thiago Abdallah. I am currently working on a video that I want to have go up either today or tomorrow morning. So there is also that. We're on the final edit. I didn't get quite as far as I would have liked to on my lunch break, but it's only a 30-minute video, so it's okay.
Oh, you got this. You've got
10% of them. I'm a little less than 10% of the way through.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to finish the Atlas Paradox. I only have 79 pages left, so this should be doable for tonight. Should.
You got this. I believe in you.
I somewhat believe in me too.
That's good. I mean, you know, you can always grow that. You can believe in yourself more. It'll be,
You know, if it happens, I'm thrilled. If it
if I can
doesn't,
believe in you, then you can believe in you. You know, like.
ooh.
As soon as I called Rush. I have not seen that pop up yet, so I'm gonna have to go listen.
Nice. I saw he'd come out with something new. Spotify let me know.
Yeah.
Or not Spotify, YouTube Music. I was like,
Yeah.
interesting. Only ever have listened to like Taylor Swift on this app. Hey, Rainy.
Hey, how are you? What am I reading? In the middle of looking.
This is literally the best part of sprinting with Rainy today. Rainy was on my sprint, and I was like, "What are you reading?" And I know this is what's going to come. It's going to go. I don't know. I have a stack, and it's like poor Rainy.
I think Rainy should pick whatever book she's closest to the end of for this sprint.
That would be a smart
idea. That's a good idea.
I'm actually proud of myself this month. I've stuck to reading one book at a time. How have I managed that? You know how I've managed it? It's because I'm only reading on my Kindle.
Oh, yeah, that helps.
So I'm not picking up I'm only reading on my Kindle and audio, but like the only full audiobook I listened to was Your Dad Will Do. That's the only one. Happy Place, I listened like half on each. Like I listened to, because I had the audio from Audible, and then I read like half of it on my Kindle from the library. Yes, hold on. But I've been reading one book at a time.
Yeah.
I usually have like
that's the smart life.
At max, I have like one per format. If I have multiple of anything else, it would be like more than one physical book.
Yeah.
But that's if I'm like reading something really slowly in the background and then like reading something else fast paced.
Yeah. I'm currently in the middle of 4, which is more than I typically like to be a part of. But a book club started, which is this one. So then I had to start it when the book club started because I'm the one running the book club. So I didn't really have a choice.
Yeah.
And one of them doesn't have an audiobook. So then I had to find one that did have an audiobook for when I can't, you know. So then and then it became 4. And I don't really know how that happened, but it is what has happened. It's fine.
I will not talk about how many books I'm in the middle of right now.
Well, Goodreads says 10, but that's not really true because I'm not actively reading the other section.
Some of them are like, if you go back to it, you have to stand over. You know, some of them, I do that sometimes where I'm just like, okay, this is like, I have to take it off my currently reading now. I'm going to put it back on my shelf and it's going to live back on the TBR shelf again until another time.
Yeah.
The Boyfriend Candidate by Ashley Winstead. Exactly 50%.
That sounds like a fun night, Rainy. You could probably finish that with if you have the audiobook because it's a romance. Like that must be pretty quick. 50 the rest of that.
And if after the first sprint you decide, nah, I can come up with another criteria for you to go by.
There you go. We have a plan for the night to get Rainy through some of her books.
Trust me.
Will you be watching Red, White,
Red,
White, and Royal Blue? Words are so hard.
I know, right? It's so hard to read comments. It's so hard to read comments sometimes. I'm like, oh no, I've lost you.
It's always that specific title because especially because the way I pronounce my R's, I kind of do a little bit of a W with it for some reason. I don't know why, but it's like red. I kind of like do it. So
now that you said it slowly, I can see it.
It's like reh. I don't plan on it personally at this particular moment just because I haven't read that yet. I've read.
I feel like I'd watch the show before I read the book.
But yeah, I have done that a couple of times, but I typically don't do the watch before read. I'm more of a read before watch kind of girl. So then I can sit there and be analytical and judgmental and nitpick. But I already do that at movies because that's kind of what my degree is in films.
Oh, well, that's why. I have no reason to.
I always nitpick, and I'm always like, no, they could have done this, and it would have been better, and it would have been more accurate. Yeah, I can't help it. Now, I mean, that also means that, like, when I really love a movie, that means, like, really high praise from me, but yes, I am a judgy movie watcher. Lost the audiobook last week, so I'm actually switch this one. Yeah, that's fair.
I would do that. I would switch to whatever the closest one is that you still have the audiobook for.
Yeah, especially if you need to do other things right now.
Well, yeah, because I'm assuming both children are up, so like
that's definitely
sitting down to read with two babies is not
right. That doesn't no.
Just everyone who has ever been around children goes.
Not happening. Another question. Ever thought of doing a Hugo novel or novella vlog off the nominations of that year or a previous year? I haven't. I've seen other people like have the idea of doing that. I would have to like look at personally, like I would have to look at what kind of award I would be picking from, just because like there are so many different ones and they all have like such like some of them have such a broad genre range. Some of them are like super literary fiction heavy. So it would have to be like specific to what I am interested in, you know?
Yeah.
Sorry, Hugos are specifically sci-fi and fantasy. They just released the list. And basically the Hugos does a lot of adult fiction, takes that super seriously, and then ignores YA.
Yeah.
But all I will say about this is that I am not doing a vlog about the Hugos, but you might want to keep an eye on my channel come August or towards the end of August. That's all I'll say.
Nice. These Black Sands, a pirate fantasy romance I've been dragging my feet to finish.
I know you haven't actually been liking this book, so that's why I'm laughing.
You know what?
I mean, a pirate fantasy romance sounds like a great time, though. So I'm curious as to why is it a struggle for you? Why is it making your feet drag? What is what is the conflict that you're having with?
I know Rainey wasn't liking it, but I don't recall the reasons.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Rye. How are you? How's it going? How's your day? All right. Shall we do a 45?
Sounds good. Yeah.
Okay, so we could go to the 30. Okay, let me get a banner that says that because my last banner said 55. So we don't want. Now we're in 10 minutes. That's maybe a little intense of a sprint. Oh, rude. Pop-up menu. Go away.
I don't know if this was a typo or on purpose, Rainey, but I just want to appreciate that Rainey responds, "How dare ye?"
Oh, I think that was on purpose. I was just about to respond to it in the chat and be like, I love you. But if I was struggling, you would also be laughing at me.
With it. Yeah. I hate when that happens, when it's just like you don't really know why it's not working. Because like sometimes it's like, especially a book that you're like, oh, I could really love this book. But if you read it the wrong time and it's just like not the moment.
Sometimes those are the hardest books for me when I'm vlogging, because if I don't really have an opinion, like I'd rather hate a book and have receipts than not have an opinion.
For real.
Like,
like an explanation, like this moment, this sentence is terrible, like this scene, you can like justify it a little bit more. All right. We will see you guys on the other side. Welcome back. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, 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 ding. And my sister tries to call me. Wait, hang on. Okay, sure. I was going to show you guys my ringtone, but it stopped making the sound when I tried to unmute it, which makes zero sense. That's the opposite of what it's supposed to do. But anyway, how is this friend?
Well, I ate dinner, and we are at 4.5 minutes. We've whittled it down to 28 minutes in total so far. I assume there will be much more whittling happening.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're judging Rainy.
We're judging Rainy? Oh, I see that now. I got 26 pages of the Atlas Paradox read. And that's okay, Rainy. I mean, baby girl needed a bath. I'll give you a pass on that one.
I'm judging Rainy for that book.
I know, but I like Red Rising, so I can't judge Rainy for that because I love Red Rising.
It's like a 12th book.
Watch out, usually will copyright strike you.
Yeah. It was Agatha all along.
On your video.
Yeah. Anyways.
I'm grabbing one from my.
I'm not going to judge you for Red Rising. I loved that book. I support this decision, Rainy. Margaret's giving me the side eye, but I still support this decision.
You the side eye, Brittany. I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
That part.
I decided to start out alone. I mean, you know.
Red 2%. That's it.
Here's a water.
Hey, you read.
No, that's for you. That's for you.
Okay,
this is
thank
for
you.
me.
All right.
Can you open it for me? Hello.
Hello. I did not read, but I got everything all straightened up, and I had to take Maura out twice because the first time she didn't pee. She normally does, like, no problem, but she was, I think because the neighbor was mowing and weed eating and everything. So we went to the other side of the house, like away.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like different things to smell. So then it still took a second, but it was enough of a separation from the distracting noises
and stuff
that he was able to focus. So we did that, and then now she's eating her dinner. Texted my sister to see, because she had like a weird stomach situation. Well, her and Kaiden both had weird stomach situations yesterday. So I was going to ask her, like, was she fine today? And then she called me instead of texting me back. So that was why she was calling me. And now she's asking why I texted her and then didn't answer when she called me.
Yeah, usually when people text, they cannot answer the phone.
That is. See, I just have a rule, like, don't call me. Like, I just do not ever call me. Like I will never answer.
When people need to call me, they text me first to be
Correct.
like, is it okay to call you? Because everyone in my life knows that the ringing phone gives me literal anxiety. I'm like, why are you calling me? What do we need to talk about that couldn't be sent in a text message? Also, I don't want to deal with any like weird pauses because what am I supposed to do when we're just both sitting on the end of the phone?
I relate wholeheartedly to that entire explanation to why I don't want people to call me.
Oh no. The struggles.
I hope you told her that. Well, I texted you because I couldn't call you on the phone right now.
Right. That's where I was at, is like, I texted specifically because I was like, well, she'll get back to me when, like, you know, and like, yeah, I could have called her in the in-between time, but like, I also didn't want to be stuck on the phone.
How old is she?
She's 27.
Okay, you said 20?
Yeah, she's 27. I have to think about it sometimes. She'll turn 28 this year.
Yeah, she's too young for that nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah, she's older than me by 19 months. Attempting to reach out on bone, but just sitting here. You know, that's fine. It's called a relaxation sprint.
Rest is productive.
Hello. I am also very glad that it's an entire month because a month long seems to be working better for me.
All are welcome.
Because like if it had been a week long, I would not have finished if it had been a weekend or a week long, I would not have finished my leg like I had originally thought I would, because I had one of those little slow, took a few days period for one of my books. For two of my books. For the first one.
Well,
anyway.
That's the thing about weekend readathons is they can be really, really good at helping you focus, but also if you cannot focus, they just don't work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I always find, like, no matter what, I will be ready for a weekend readathon, and then something will happen that will disrupt my weekend.
Right.
Like, every time. I'll be, like, all prepped to read for the weekend, and then no matter what, something will come up, and I'll be like, well, I didn't get anything planned that I had planned.
That's why I'm actually...
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's why I'm actually glad that Jan's Patreon readathon this weekend is this weekend, because I was like, okay, great, like, because the Ari spun for the first Jan book, so I can read that tomorrow, because I'm gonna stay up tonight and finish this book. I am not enjoying it. I did not like it. Okay, you did not read. I know you're supposed to be sleeping. Good night. But yes, okay, good night. But Fear the Flames is also on Kindle Unlimited.
We love this.
So I'm still sticking to my reading Kindle Unlimited for 24 hours, but also doing Jan books. Like, I'm just doing both things.
You're winning is what you're gonna be doing.
Truly winning over here. Other than with this Colleen Hoover book, I'm losing with that. But
I really like 24-hour or like weekend readathons, but like she said, something always comes up. It's
every
true.
time.
So true. It's like without fail. Without fail, I will have a migraine at some point. I will have a migraine, or even if not a full-on migraine, I will have all the symptoms that go with. For no reason. Like, nothing else is different about my life. Like, I've been relaxing. I've been, like, it's not a strain on my eyes any more than anything else that I would do. It's not like, there is no explanation. It could even be I'm using audiobooks, but it's still, for some reason, it's like when I plan it, it's like it gets in my brain system, and all the brain chemicals are like, great, perfect.
It's like,
you want to have fun, perfect.
We're trying to get stuff done. Now's the time.
I know. And it's like, it's that way too. It's like if I'm planning to do something fun, or if I'm planning to try to be really extra productive on a certain day, then like I'll be lazy the one day and then be productive the next day. Then without fail, one of those 2 days, it's going to be like, well, either I'm going to have pain the day that I'm planning to do things and then have to do those things the next day, or I'm going to have pain the day that I was going to have fun and it's not fun. So I don't appreciate it, but yes.
Bodies need to work better.
Right. Very true. Very true. I'm very happy that y'all are holding sprints every day. Yeah, me too. It has definitely helped motivate me. And I feel like more connected to the community, because like ever since Avengers, we stopped doing that. I was like,
yeah,
I took like a little bit of a break from like being a social reader. And I like mostly read like stuff that I wanted to do for content, which is fun, but I missed like hanging out with everybody. So it's like, this is perfect, because it's like I'm still doing the reading like that fits with, because like that's one thing that I'm always bad about, is like going ahead and reading the thing that's for content during a readathon. So I'm working on that this month, and I'm doing pretty good so far. On actually reading the books that go with the content and reading the books that go with the readathon prompt, because they can do both, and I don't have to do them at separate times, and I'm allowed to do more than one thing at a time with my reading.
Yep.
Not just with my other life, like also with my reading.
I love when the content and the readathon prompts overlap. Like I'm the happiest person when I'm like, oh, thank goodness. Symmetry.
Do not comment.
Vague specifically.
Yeah, if you give advanced warning, that's fine too. I usually, again, don't mind a phone call unless I'm in the middle of something. And especially because like I love my family, but sometimes it can be like a very long conversation.
Right.
Like if my dad calls you when you know it's like, if it's like 7:30 to 8 in the morning, that means that he's on his way to work. And you know what that means? That means that if he calls you, he is not going to stop talking to you until he arrives at work.
I don't know if you know
driving
this.
home in the afternoon. So if it's in the evening or afternoon, be careful. Because you may be
because you're now the passenger for his car trip.
Yes.
I don't know if you know this, but you can't say, "Hey, Dad, I've got to go. Love you. Bye."
See, the problem is that you say that.
Then you got to pick up.
The goodbyes take just as long as the rest of the conversation would have. Dang it. Wow, there's this little moth. I'm trying to get it.
I feel like at this point I just have PTSD when it comes to phone calls, because there was like a 6-month stretch where no one called me. Like everyone was just texting me. And then every time I got a phone call, it was because someone had passed away. So I was like, just stop calling me.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. And it was never like at the same time. No, it was never like at the same time. Like I would get one call like 2 in the afternoon and one call at 3 in the morning. So I was like, cool. So no one call me ever again.
I get that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I just am the typical millennial who has severe phone anxiety. Like if I can do anything another way, like make an appointment via email, if I can do it a different way, I will do it a different way.
At this point,
I don't do the phone
by calling. Like every time I order food, it's through an app.
Yeah, who calls to order food now?
I'm not calling you.
Absolutely not.
My stepdad and my grandma are the only 2 people that consistently call me. The only other person that consistently calls me is Mr. Reading with Neva, and he only calls me if he needs something right then. And almost always it's because the place that he works deals with cell phones, and he doesn't really know a lot about Apple. So he will call me, like yesterday, to ask me Apple questions.
He's like, I need to know how to do this.
Like yesterday, he called me and he said, if the model or the serial number on an iPhone starts with an F, does that mean it's refurbished? And I said, give me one, because I knew he had me on speakerphone, like with a customer. So I was like, give me 1 second to look this up, like pretending like I was an Apple rep. I don't know what I was doing. So I Googled it. And yes, that's true. And so I was like, yes, if it starts with an F, it's refurbished. And then I was like, my serial number starts with, I don't know, it starts like a Q or something. And he was like, okay, thank you so much for your time. Have a great day. And hung up.
Do you know what I love about this story so much? Is that Mr. Reading Neva and you call each other while he's at work in front of customers and act like you're some sort of above board support for the company. Like I love this role-playing situation you've got going on there.
He did that with iPads one time. He was like, he was like, hi, I was just calling to find out what the difference between an iPad Pro and the standard iPad model is. So like I had to explain to him what the difference was, and I felt so stupid because like I know what the difference is, but I was like, why are you calling me?
That is
me.
My sister is the queen of trying to call when I'm at work, knowing that I work at a place that it is not possible for me to answer.
I think you might.
Like, you could send me a text and I could read it on my watch.
Yeah, exactly.
See what? So if it's
Bree, tell her my 70-something-year-old parents get this. You might want to. You might want to check the warranty on your sister because something's defective.
I mean, my stepdad is in his 50s at this point. And even my stepdad will say, which I mean, I'm aware that I have fairly young parents. Okay. My mom was 40. She was about to be 45 when she passed away. So like, I'm aware that I have very young parents. Okay. But like, he's 52, I think. And I will be like, if it's an emergency, I'm gonna just need you to text. Like, so he will text me like SOS if it's an emergency, and then I know that I need to be like, hey guys, especially if I'm at work, right? To be like, hey guys, I gotta go. Right.
Exactly.
Like, I just don't understand this philosophy that people have where they're like, oh well, I can call them right now and they have to answer the phone. No, I don't. I will.
Like, if you're calling me, I expect it to be an emergency.
It better be.
If you know I'm at work, like if you know, like my sister,
My mother
or my
called me
dad
twice during a meeting. I looked at my boss and like,
texted first, I'm going to assume it's an emergency if you're calling me.
I was in a meeting with my boss and I was like, hey, my mom's had just called me twice in a row, and I just need to check on this.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't anything important. I don't know why she was doing that.
Right.
My mom is good with if I know it's an emergency, when I get the text that goes, call me right now, I'm like, oh, it's not, something is wrong. Something has gone awry.
Yeah.
That's like the teenager called me the other day while he was watching Ari. Austin called me the other day when he was watching Ari. And I I looked down, I saw his name across my screen, and I looked at my two closures and I was like, I have to take this right now. And I bolted out the room. You know what he was calling me for? To ask if Ari could try shrimp, because I have a shellfish allergy. So he needed to make sure Ari didn't have a shellfish allergy. And I was like, you couldn't have texted me that. I had a heart attack, bro. Like a near heart attack. I was like,
Ari already eaten the shrimp? I guess that would have been the
she didn't even
like I get if you don't feel like typing it out, but that's what voice to text is for.
Or even a voice message that you send and the person can read at their own convenience.
Right.
I mean, like, we do that a lot. Like, I'll send Neva a voice message and I'm like, Neva can read it at her own convenience and get back to me.
Yep.
Does it sometimes take me 6 hours to get back to Brittany? Yes, because sometimes she texts me while I'm sleeping. But I will answer her and she will be like, oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
I never expect you to get back to me immediately. That is never anything that I would expect.
Right.
I was
like, does it sometimes take me 6 hours? Like 6 hours seems like a reasonable amount of time.
Right.
It's a complete, and especially with us, because you never know at what time we will both be randomly up at like 3:30 in the morning.
Right.
Like, you just never know. So like, I will wake up to text where sometimes I would have responded, but I was asleep this time. So, you know,
a whole conversation, a one-sided conversation. And then we're like, well, the other person will answer eventually.
We do that.
I was gonna buy Fear the Flames on my Kindle. That's actually what I looked for. But then it was on Kindle Unlimited. So I have a rule with Kindle Unlimited, whether I buy it physically or digitally. I'm only gonna buy it if I really love it, which I'm hoping to love this book because the premise seems good. So
hi Amy. How are you?
Hi Amy.
Always calls what she That's cute.
I love that.
My grandmother, she every once in a while will say like who it is, but most of the time she's pretty good about it. But I wonder sometimes if it's my grandfather, because he doesn't text as much as my grandmother does. My other grandmother that passed, my dad's mom, she totally on it. She actually had a group message. This is before iPhone, mind you. She had a group message that she started where she actually sent like a good morning text every morning to like all the people. And like at first it was the whole family, but then other people, like family friends of ours, would like get added to it too. And then we get this group text from her, and it would be like, it wasn't just a good morning, how are you? No, there was like, it was a joke or a pun or a quote, something like that. Every morning you would get like a funny text,
Grandma should have gone into
like
marketing.
a motivating text from her.
Kind of adorable though. Like, honestly, that's like
a social media platform.
It was the best. She would like spend all this time like on the internet finding all these things and print them out so that she could have them. And she would like have it like sitting on her. She had this little table in her craft room that was like a shorter table, and she would kind of like a coffee table situation. even though it was not a big enough room for a coffee table, but she had it there, and she would have her pages sitting there next to her computer over here, and she would, after she would send her a message, she would mark it out, so she would know which ones she's already done, so she wouldn't duplicate. It was so good. One of the best things.
My grandparents only learned how to text after they all got Facebook, and they all got Facebook. And then like my opa, which is my mom, my mom's dad, like he passed 2018, but for like 5 years he had Facebook, and he would just send me the most random things, like mostly just like cool like tie-dye designs he would find, because he was a product of the 60s, okay? And he would just, how cool is this? Or he would send some like random like crass joke, and I was like, I should not be laughing at this being sent to me by my 6-year-old grandpa, but like also
I love it. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, I was really trying, because it was there last night too.
Here,
so he's
me.
been in here. And I thought I was going to get him. He was right there next to the mic, too. So I was like, this is going to be loud, but I'm going to try it. And I still didn't get him. I don't know where he went now. So sad times. Maybe he'll reappear. Donald calls it 6 a.m. Yeah.
My dad's one of those 5 a.m. dads. It's like, I love you.
Yeah. I don't understand the sense of regretting the phone. I had the lines going out. It's a machine set up.
Yeah, that's my attitude. I send everyone to voicemail.
Right.
Exactly. I will watch the phone ring. Like the only person I consistently, other than my grandma and my stepdad, that I consistently answer for is AJ, which is my GM. And that's because he's only going to physically call me if he actually needs something and it's too much to type. Otherwise, he's 23 years old. He's not trying to call me.
Yeah.
I'm horrible. I have it set in my settings that everyone goes right to voicemail, except for my mother, because she would have a heart attack. But everybody else is set. You go right to voicemail, and I will peruse your message.
Yeah. Now, see, there is a specific type of phone call that I don't mind, and it's the phone call where you call and you just sit on the phone with each other, and you don't actually really talk that much, but you're just there. Those phone calls with me. Yeah, me and my sister do that a lot. Well, less now that we're living in the same house, but when we weren't living in the same house, we would basically just like be on the phone and like doing whatever things, and then every once in a while one of us would say something. It's like we would be like hanging out on the phone for hours, and that I'm down for. But like otherwise, it's it's only if you're trying to do something like in the moment and you both are like trying to communicate at that moment. Or
there are times okay, it'll be much easier to call, but like half the time when you're trying to communicate information to someone, for me it's just better to have it in writing. I prefer having it in writing.
Yeah.
Like it'll drive me crazy when case managers will call and to ask a question, and I'm like, why would you not just email me that? I know you have my email. Like, I'll send them an email, ask them a question or something, and they'll call me to answer. And I'm like, number one, I want everything from y'all in writing, so that when you try and say you didn't say that, I can be like, no, we discussed this on this date.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there. Okay.
I have so many people call me and not leave
a message. Exactly. My grandma also calls me like that too. Like she's that's so good. It's so good. I love it. All right. Are we ready for another sprint?
Yeah, I found good current stuff apparently.
Right. Let's see. I guess I could get the tomato timer actually up, but we're also
Which timer are we doing?
I had the tomato timer like pulled up in the background, but then I saw that it was 15 and I was like, okay, let's go. And then but I can also just do this.
I'm on the second to last row for February.
Ooh. You're almost in February. That's so exciting.
Yep.
Not missing the months of the year song in my head. Tell me you're a teacher without telling me you're a teacher. January, February, March.
I was actually seeing that also, but my excuse is just that I have a 6-year-old who learned it in kindergarten.
See, and I teach 6-year-olds. I teach 4 to 6-year-olds, so it's like
No.
we have an excuse at least.
There's also like a Days of the Week song that's like to the Addams Family.
Yeah, I like that one for the fact that it's Addams Family because I love Addams Family. But the downside is that it doesn't say how many days are in a week. Whereas there are 7 days, there are 7 days, there are 7 days in a week, Sunday, Monday. That one has the number in it. So I like that one for that part. I wish the Addams Family had it because I like the Addams Family show.
Yeah. One day she was singing, and I was like, "Have you seen the Addams Family?" And she was like, "No, Mom, the Days of the Week song." And I was like, "Okay."
I used to do that with my friend in high school. We both had 30-minute drives. So, yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of times that me and my sister will talk on the phone until I get home. And, like, she knows that she can tell me if she needs to go. So, unlike Dad, it's easier for us to get off the phone with each other sometimes.
Yeah.
But especially, like, if one of us is driving, we usually are, like, able to end the conversation if needed. But, yeah, the other day I was like, and I can't remember exactly, but I said something like about somebody being rude, and she's like, "What happened?" And I like, "Oh, this person just pulled out right in front of me and everything." And she called, like, kind of like played off of it. And sometimes it'll be like where the other day she was on her way into town and I was on my way home and we passed each other and she's like, "You didn't even wave at me," because I knew we were going to pass each other because she had told me she was on her way. And she's like, "You didn't even wave at me. We were going to pass each other. You didn't even wave." You knew what was going to happen. I was like, "I'm trying to talk to you, and I didn't have time to put my AirPod in, and the Bluetooth in my car is like one of the pluggy anythingy things.
Mm-hmm.
It's an old car, so I have to plug it in, and so it's what do you call feedback? It has feedback." So I don't use that. So I had to put it on speaker. And so whenever I'm like trying to do, it's too much. It is too much. I was like,
yeah,
I can't
especially while driving.
Also do this.
Yeah.
Oh, me.
Okay. Oh, I remember that one. My friends and I used to use that.
I was going to say it's been a hot minute since I've used Marco Polo.
Mm-hmm.
That was several phones ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, are we ready?
Yes.
Okay. When Mark gets at mute. Ding ding. Ding ding. Ding ding. Welcome back. Oh, Alexa says it's time to stop.
I missed that and couldn't create the routine. You can try again or set up a routine in the Alexa app.
Alexa, stop. After I said that, the one in the living room responded and said that it was stopping the one in this room. So that makes sense. Let me get the banner. There. Okay. How did everyone do?
Excuse me. Well, we're at 7 minutes almost of 28.
Nice.
I had to look up some insurance information for a client that's I'm going to be helping on Sunday.
Mm.
Anyway.
Sorry, I was just finishing up bedtime and I was like, oh crap, I'm a minute, I'm running late.
It is all good.
I was like, oh dear. Anyway, I'm here now. Hi.
All good. Hi, how was things for you? Wow, English. How are things for you?
I read 24 pages while doing bedtime, so not bad.
Nice. I read not much. 13 pages.
Nice.
Not really much, but also I had to take the pooch outside. And then she didn't end up pottying. So that was a waste. But I thought she needed to go. Like, she started kind of acting like she might need to. So I took her. Yeah. And then the fam got home. And so we were all outside. And it's a party. And yeah, and they are off to go to their house. I had told my sister the other last week about, she was like not wanting to interrupt because I'd been on sprints for several days in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, oh, I didn't know I could interrupt. And I was like, yeah, if I'm not running it, I don't care. If you need something, I can step away and come back. If it's not. And then today, I was like, so the only ones that you don't interrupt me for are going to be the ones on Thursdays. And then, lo and behold, she's like, they asked if I wanted to go with them. And I'm like,
no, it's a Thursday.
But it's Thursday. But it's Thursday.
I can't stop in the middle of. Yeah, that was fun. But yeah, I did get a little bit in. I'm not. I don't know what it is. It's the font is like really tiny.
Oh, it is small.
Remind me, a house with good bones. That's what we're reading. Okay.
Yeah. So uberly tiny font. Yeah, but I'm enjoying it. Not like in it enough yet. I'm almost to that point. Get me another 50 pages in, and I'll be like ready to go. But yeah, it's like it's getting the vibes are there for like the trying to figure it out, and it's like we thought this grandmother was cool for a sec, but actually she's like maybe not. And so it's like we're getting some vibes here and there for that. So that's going to be fun once we kind of figure it out. But turns out the main character, I didn't remember from the synopsis, but she's an etymologist? That's not the right word. Etymology is the study of words. The one for the bugs.
Entomologist.
Yeah, that's
Entomologist.
Mm-hmm. But they had they had to basically put their project on hold because they found human remains on the site. So to be able to identify those human remains, and if it's somebody's ancestor, be able to, get it to them, get the remains to.
Where are they?
I'm not not sure where this site was that she was supposed to be at, but the house is in North Carolina. And it's very much like trying to like lean into the southern things.
Ooh, those could be some ancestors we're finding.
Mhm.
Like that opens it up into some potential not fun discoveries there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're trying to figure out what's going on with
Is
the
it
mom.
is it a freshish corpse, or is it they've been there for a while?
I think it's been there for a while type situation.
Oh boy.
Because it was like an archaeological dig, and then she does like the study of the bugs that are like in that
feels like we're
area
about to get some hauntings.
to like get more further information. There was a thing, I can't remember what it was. Where did it go? She said, like, it's a first person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an archaeoetymologist, entomologist. Words are hard today.
You said it right.
And then she said, "It's fine. You've never heard of me." So
that actually makes sense, though.
Insects in archaeological remains.
Yeah, well, because that makes a lot of sense. Like that tells you a lot about when and how they died.
Right. Like it's a very logical job. I just, I think it's a very interesting choice. And especially with like having read What Moves the Dead last time. Or last year. Good Lord.
I was following.
And that one had kind of some interesting, like, sciencey. It had an interesting science lady in it. And then this one has another interesting science lady in it that's like in a very specific niche field. And I kind of enjoy that.
Is this by T. Kingfisher as well?
Yes, it is.
Okay, yeah.
I've only read one T. Kingfisher. I probably did not start with the best one, and it was the Twisted Ones. And because even like horror people didn't love the Twisted Ones, so I was like, okay, maybe I didn't start with the best.
Yeah.
What Moves the Dead is more of a like it's horror, but it's very low key horror.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Gross, creep you out kind of thing, unsettling psychological horror than like jump scare or gory horror.
Right.
There is some gory stuff that happens in it.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a slow burn.
What?
It's like a slow burn.
Very slow burn. Kind of almost more of a mystery kind of thing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it personally. I know it's not for everyone, but I loved it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's how I'm doing on my read. Is like it's an interesting experience, but not in a bad way. Like I'm enjoying myself so far.
I saw this comment and I laughed.
I didn't. Yeah. It's a struggle.
It is
when it feels meh. That's a struggle.
I feel like every time I like move my blanket, I feel like a little kid going, look at this. When I'm just trying to like
pretty.
Move next.
I love it.
It's so pretty.
Thank you. We do one more of the blue and February is done.
Oh, you're so close.
Yes.
Yeah.
And finish the gray though.
I also end up with too much content that I need to edit down. Very often, because like I'll add in things, like especially with the last couple of vlog things that I did, the April Showers May Flowers situation, because it was a month-long vlog project.
They goes.
I would forget that I filmed like additional things like outside of like the filler kind of content, like
the B-roll,
but like I filmed unboxings for the unplugged book boxes that came in, and
I usually end up deleting so much of that.
Yeah, I had to go back. Like, I would have like little things like that, or like what I got at the thrift store, and I had to like really try to like tighten it up and cut out things, because like I talked about certain things, like, you know, like life things or whatever, that I'm just like, I'm just gonna have to move. If I decide to add this, I'll move it to another video that needs extra like conversational filler content. Because this is a lot.
Yeah. Sometimes it can get so long too. I'm like, oh no one's gonna sit and watch this. I'm not Gavin.
Yeah.
Who can put out like 2-hour long video? That's not my life.
Yeah. I will forget sometimes that I'm filming and like how long I've been sitting there for. I'm very, very bad about this, because I'll just like the time blindness is very bad. And so I'll sit there and I'll start like doing a vlog clip and then realize, oh shoot, I've been sitting here way too long on this one thing. And like I do the same thing when I'm filming other things. I'm trying to get better about it and like actually keep an eye on the clock and like limit myself and say, okay, I have this much amount of time to talk about this. And then when I go back and edit, I can like trim it down even more, because I'll be cutting out the redundancies, because I repeat myself. I'm a teacher. I can't help it. I say the same thing in 5 different ways.
Haven't we all done that before? It's like, why do I keep making the same point? But
I just have to like go through and pick out which way do I like the best.
The worst is when I've used, and I feel like I did this today, because I was like, I couldn't think of a better way to describe something. And I think I used the same word choice like 6 times. And I was like, this is going to be such a pain.
Yep. I hate when I do that. It's like I can't think of another description that fits quite as perfectly. So I'll use that same.
And then I'll go, I'm so excited. And then I'll stop myself and go, okay, use a different word.
Yep.
We can't always be excited.
Words like awesome, amazing, excited.
I cut out so many I love it's when I'm doing recommendations and like wrap-ups. Like nobody needs
it's so good.
You get it. You get the picture.
Right. You wouldn't be recommending it if you did.
That it's the same thing with like sew and things. Like a lot of this, like however many sews you see in one of my videos, I guarantee there are 10 times as many, because it helps me get talking. So I just cut them out. So
yeah.
The word I wish people would cut out when they're talking about books is stunning.
You don't watch Chloe's content, do you?
Like the amount. And here's like, and I watch a lot of people that use that word and like use it like it's like repeatedly, and I will kind of just like, I don't like not watch their content. I just like listen to it at 2 times speed, because I'm like,
there's a specific booktuber that uses that, or she's not a booktuber really anymore, but like, or she's changed her name. But she is. Do you watch Chloe Bunny or no Chloe Bunny?
I know who she is. Yeah.
She
uses something. Here's the thing. I give Chloe a pass,
because she kind of started it.
Because she's from, and isn't she from the UK?
She is from Australia.
Okay. Well, she has an accent, so I give her a pass. Okay. But I've also watched Chloe for like a long time.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I don't know why, but it annoys me more when it's American YouTubers that say it over and over. And I'm like, I got it. The first like 3 times that you said that this book looks stunning, like I get it. Can we use like beautiful, gorgeous? Like,
in my defense, I'm also describing luminaries or little thieves. So
well,
that's fair.
When it comes to those books, Margaret, you also get a pass, because I know how much you love them. You know what I mean?
It's one thing if it's like sometimes, but if it's every book that you describe as, if you think it's a beautiful cover, you have to say it's a stunning cover.
Stunning. And I'm like,
you can't think of another.
See, for me, stunning covers, like if I tell you it's a stunning cover, it's a step above.
Like it's like top tier.
I feel like it's just right, which is why like Margaret doesn't bother me when she says that something is stunning, because I know
If I'm saying it's stunning, I really think it's stunning.
It really is stunning.
It's like when I say like a book is fine, like that, like it's 5 stars.
Right.
Except when it's not.
So like it's like that. But also Chloe probably, honestly, I think she is the first booktuber when she was doing like really just booktube where she used stunning, so it kind of just like became
It kind of is her thing.
a word that she uses,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What kind of ice cream? I need to know what kind.
I need to know which Dresden Files book it is. Because I've read all of them up to like 16 or 15 or 16.
It's on my list to read at some point.
And then my brother said, don't continue on. They kill your favorite character.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, yeah, you're not. He literally was like, hey, I know you just started this, but can you let me finish this book and see if it gets fixed first? Because like he's seen what happens when stuff like that goes down, and he doesn't let me. I have a feeling that the author will fix it eventually because there's 3 more books or 4 more, 3 more books. But I'm waiting for that to happen. And we don't know when the next book is coming out, so I see no reason to put myself through that when we don't even have a release date for book 18.
Yeah.
Anyways. Which is annoying because she was the only female character that he didn't really get kind of very male gazy about. So.
Yay! Rye made 10% into Out on a Limb and is really enjoying it so far. That's awesome.
Oh, we're at the end. Oh no.
Right.
I don't have my next yarn.
Oh no. Christine the Pomologist.
I believe that there's a specific ologist that is specifically flowers. I don't think they study just chrysanthemums. I mean, there probably are some that study just some chrysanthemums.
Botanist.
They're probably.
It's got to be like a.
It's a specific type of.
Yeah, it's like a
specific type of botany.
Yeah. It's like botany is the whole umbrella, and then there's like a.
I'm gonna look this up now because now I'm curious.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to see the message that everyone is sending.
All right. Is everyone good to do another?
Yeah.
Hop off. So very good.
I can do one more. And then it will be midnight and I will go to bed.
The study of flowers is called floriculture.
Ooh, interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, I am good for one more, which
Okay.
should get us, it'll at least get you to 3 hours. So,
And I think I can finish.
Oh, my nose itches.
I have 29 pages. I think I can do 29 pages.
I cannot finish this book and I want to throw it out the window. So I can't like I really can't stand Sydney. Like I'm really like I'm gonna finish this chapter and then I will decide. But if at the end of this next 12 minutes I don't feel differently, like I'm gonna have to just go on the thing and be like, hey guys, we're gonna be DNFing this because terrible. Like how are you gonna cry about the dude that you ended up with who had a girlfriend when you met him, right? Okay. And then they broke up because he developed feelings for you. And now you are crying in your Cheerios, ma'am, because he's still friends with the ex, who, by the way, has cystic fibrosis. She's dying, okay? But every time that he texts her, or that she texts him and you see it on his phone, you're like, it's not that I don't want them to be friends. It's just that I will always feel like the third wheel in their friendship. You did this, ma'am. You did this. You got with the man under, okay, lay down, read a book or something. You got with the man under messy circumstances and expected your relationship to not be messy? I'm confused.
Oh boy.
And it's like the whole book so far has just been like her crying about it, and then Ridge, the boyfriend, being like, well, obviously I'm with you. I love you. Like, sir, don't put it on my door. Okay, it's not even worth it.
Oh my god. I just watched a review of Weirdo Book Club's review of The Wild by Kay Andrews or something. Oh boy, the fact that book exists is
Oh, really?
it's a incest fic.
Oh, no. No.
Yeah, it's a wilderness survival. Mom, dad, and daughter go out into Alaska and
Oh, no.
Mom, dad, and daughter.
yeah.
No. Absolutely not.
No, and there are kids that result.
Okay, but
Nope.
No.
I thought Credence was bad. Because like I refuse to read that book. Like a lot of people are telling me that I should read it because I do like Penelope Douglas's writing. Because I love Birthday Girl. I gave it 5 stars. But I just can't get around like the pseudo incest that is in Credence, and apparently she refers to the people in the book as like her uncle and her cousins, and that just creeps me out. Like they're her step family, but like even like if you're referring to them that way, that means that you are under the impression that that's what those people are to you.
Yeah, I just was like, I don't want to kink shame, but also like it's one of those things that they're like, this wasn't. She's like, people are saying that this is the best daddy kink, but she's like, daddy kink is between 2 consenting adults
that are not related.
I have not really her father.
Not it, kids.
It turns, the twist is that she was adopted. But that doesn't make it better.
That doesn't make it better.
That does not make it better. She was a child.
As someone who has that kink, I would never sleep with my father or my stepfather. Okay, disgusting.
No, not close. Yeah, it's and people who get mad at people for calling it, because it's just abuse. Like even if they were not related, it would still be abuse. If she was an adult, like just listening to what she's describing, and people have gotten so mad at her for like saying, hey, like I understand, like there are kinks. But
there are still like abuses of power and things of that nature, and also like ages. And
she's like, I'm not trying to yuck your yum, but there is nothing yummy about this.
This is not a thing that's yummy, bro.
No,
I'm sorry.
This is disturbing.
And what's really sad is I love survival stories.
Yeah.
You're like, I like a survival story, but why must we?
Right.
I'm not trying.
Like I would be sitting there like, do I like survival stories anymore?
Incest, in my opinion, like actual like pseudo incest. Okay, fine. Like I suppose like that can be a kink depending on like how you deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But like actual incest, in my opinion, should not be a kink. Like I don't understand how that is a kink.
No, the only time I am okay with it in stories are the few situations where like they did not know.
Yes. That's a different situation.
I've seen a couple of places where and they did handle it really. One of them even, it was like, it turns out that one of them did find out, but they didn't tell the other because they didn't want to ruin the relationship. And the fact that they kept it secret was actually what ruined the relationship.
Yeah. I mean, I can even be on board with like, I don't love it, but like I can deal with it if it's like she's 20 and her mom's like she sleeps with like her mom's new boyfriend or husband or whatever. Like it's still like to me, but like obviously you weren't raised with that person.
Yeah, if you were, no,
like,
that's
yeah, absolutely.
Or if it's like a stepbrother, stepsister thing where they're like both 18 when their parents get married.
Adults when their parents get married,
and then they decide like the parents leave for a weekend, so they're like, let's screw around. Like I'm like, okay, cool. Like you weren't raised with the person, but like when you were raised with the person, believe that they are your sibling. Absolutely not.
Yeah. Nope. And the
And
few
on that
siblings we have
note,
that were like that, like they were not great relationships. We have historical relationships that were like that, like siblings.
yeah,
Not great. Not great.
yeah.
Mm.
So, anyways. No. Not to bring everything down.
All right, what do you think? Ready?
Ready.
Yeah.
Okay. We will go to the hour. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding.
Hello.
I'm back.
We're back. I finished my book.
Hooray!
I DNF'd mine.
I mean,
I give up, bro. Like, I'm gonna just do an update, and I'm gonna be like, I'm going to read. I'm at least gonna read the Hopeless series. Like, I'm actually really like invested for that one. Like, I actually really want to read that one. But I don't know how much I'm gonna like Slammed, which I already said in the vlog because it's supposed to be like a student romance, and those can be hit or miss for me. But maybe someday was just like it was okay. You know what I mean? It wasn't fine because like no, but it was okay. Like it was 3.75, and like the second one was good. You know, I gave it 4 stars, but this one, the whining. It's the whining for me.
that's fair.
And then the fact that he was like, does it bother you that she's still my friend? Are you going to give up your friendship because the girl that you left the other girl for is upset? I can't. And then they like had relations the same night. Like she left his apartment after being upset and he showed up at her apartment and then they just I can't. I cannot. No. I'm good.
Choice.
I don't need to know how it ends. I don't care how it ends, to be honest.
It's what Wikipedia is for.
Like, if I feel like I really need to know,
Go find a rant review.
there's enough Pauline. I follow someone who's like, I don't know, we're friendly. I could just message her and be like, how does this book end?
Yeah.
Because she like loves Coho, but like this was a miss for me.
That's fair.
Did you give your book 5 stars, Brittany?
No.
Did you give it 4 stars?
No.
Did you give it 2 stars?
No, I gave it 3.
So you didn't like this one as much as the first one?
No.
I'm sorry. Because didn't you give the first one 5 stars?
No, 4.
4 stars. I mean, that's still good though.
Yeah, I like the first one. I mean, this was fine.
Not my kind of fun though.
No, it was just really slow, and then not. I was expecting something big to happen at the end, and it didn't. And then I did get the couple I wanted, but only for like 1 millisecond at the very end, and I was like, I needed more than that. But there is a third book, so I think the third book might be what I'm excited because it just happened at like the epilogue. Like there's 2 pages left when they finally decided to have a moment, and I was like, that's not. That was too late in the book for my liking.
Oh, but I mean, at least you're the third book.
Exactly. Exactly. So I've already pre-ordered the third book. It's fine. I'm sure I will get out everything that I wanted
In
the third book. So I still have high hopes. But
I got to 12 minutes, so we're almost halfway through the video. For reference, for those of you that know what I'm doing, we got to hours. So
nice.
We just have we've definitely gotten to the point where I recommended Little Thieves. So and what is probably my most shameless use of lyrics. But
I cannot wait to see this.
I can't either, honestly. I'm excited.
Very
also, Little Thieves. I can't think what the other one is called, but the other one.
Painted Devils.
That one. I have both of them sitting on my Kindle. Because I had to ask Margaret where they need to be sorted to because I couldn't remember if it was YA or not.
It's YA, but it's definitely upper YA. But in a like, you know how sometimes when you say upper YA and it's like, really these should be adults kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's upper YA that it's actually truly upper YA.
Okay.
Like especially when you get into the second one and some of the stuff that they're handling, which is like first time sexual experiences and stuff like that. Like the way she does that is so well done, and I'm like, I'm so glad that there are books out here like this for kids that are that age to figure this stuff out.
Nice.
And help them have these conversations, you know? Because I think she does a really good job of having the characters kind of have trauma-informed conversations.
Wonderful.
I may die before we get to the final one. I'm still deciding.
I read about 25 pages, so I'm almost at that 100-page mark. So,
yay!
Hooray.
Very nice.
I'm going to at least get the 100. I would have liked to read the whole book today, but I'm going to at least get to the 100. It's 10 o'clock my time, so I have time. But I'm also not a night owl person usually. Occasionally I am, but more I'm a morning person, so I may just like hit the 100-page mark and then go to sleep and wake up super early and try to read as much as I can before I have to leave. Because that's more my vibe than staying up late. Like, I'd rather
I was
just
that kind of girly.
wake up really early and do it the opposite.
I cannot read.
Permanently exhausted pigeon. I can't stay up late, but I can't get up early either.
Mm-hmm.
I have a pal.
All right.
So butterflies and books, you may get your wit. I'm not going to say what it's which pods I'm commenting to.
I saw that come in and I was like, I would not be shocked.
Yeah. Hello, Kay. How are you? Got back from dinner. Yeah. Nice.
Oh, I love Psyche and Eros. That's one of my favorite, like, Greek mythologies to have told. It's the original version of, if you know, East of the Sun, West of the Moon, which is a Scandinavian story, and also kind of the root of all of the Beauty and the Beast stories that we have. So
nice. You made your freak out.
I've heard this from multiple people since I read Song of Achilles that I should try Jennifer Saint. So I will be doing that at some point.
I tried her for Electra. I wasn't impressed.
I'll give it a try.
I love Atalanta though, and I don't know as much about her. So, because Jennifer Saint for Electra, Jennifer Saint was specifically doing something that I studied in college. And so reading it, I was like, this is giving me nothing that I can't get from the original play.
Right.
It's just the same thing from a female point of view. This is not subversive. So. What the fuck? Something's wrong. It's fine.
There we go. Margaret, yeah, we saw that one. Night Owl for life.
I hadn't thought about that. I hadn't thought about the idea of doing that as a video. I definitely did not think about that before the album came out. For sure. That is the truth. I'll just say the video that I'm working on, the bloopers involve me singing.
I love that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I don't sound terrible in these. We'll keep this.
In case you're wondering what I'm doing, I didn't feel like working on any of my pen pal thingies that I was catching up on. So instead, I'm working on this.
Golden Girls.
Yeah, it's an activity book and coloring book all in one. So it has like these really pretty coloring pages.
Oh, that's fun.
That you can do, of course. And then it has all sorts of ones. And then it has crosswords or word searches. And then it also has, if I can find one, these fill in the blank scenes where you fill in the words. You finish the sentences.
Like Mad Libs.
And I haven't started those yet. I'm trying to do all the word searches first and then do those. And the color probably. But yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be a great time.
That is so cute.
I got it at Sam's. Nice. My sister took me to Sam's with her because she needed to get something. And I didn't need anything grocery-wise, but we went to the book area because we were going to go to Barnes & Noble, but then we didn't have enough time because she had to go to her small group thing. So by
Sounds
default.
like you shove her out the door.
We went to the book section of Sam's.
See, that sounds like you shove her out the car door on the way to at small groups, and then you go to Barnes and Noble.
Yeah.
Anyways, I am a terrible sibling, clearly.
Me too, because I had the same thought.
See,
but I'm a sibling, so I'd be like, all right, cool, like, see you later, and I would just go, and then they
not even stop the car to get out.
We were like 45 minutes away, and we rode together. We were like having a sister day, and like out and about doing all of our things, and it was like a 45-minute drive.
Sounds like she owes her Barnes and Noble.
Yeah.
I
see. I here on this night owl thing, I would be the opposite. I would go to sleep and then wake up at 4.
Yeah. I have to get, I end up staying up really late and then go, like, I'll be up in like 4 hours because my kid gets up around 5. So, like, why I do this to myself, I don't know, but it's what I do. Literally, I'm a night owl, but have a child, so that's the issue.
That way, she's a night owl.
That's a problem.
She sleeps in just as late as he does.
It's what we do. It's fine.
I mean, struggle because she can't get anything done. Because
good day.
She by the time she's up and awake, and like, she's also one of those people that like wakes up very like, don't talk to me. Just not ready yet to human type people.
Yep, I do that.
So by the time she's finally fully awake and like ready to live life, that's when he's gonna wake up.
That's funny. I end up getting like most of my productivity and creativity hits me at like 8 p.m. So I think if I were not the person that I am, I probably would be a night owl if I didn't have to get up at like 6 or 7. Because like naturally I just wake up around 8 a.m. Like 8 a.m. Yes, it is literally the original Beauty and the Beast story. Quite literally. Anyways.
Hey, happy birthday.
Oh, love that. I really want to do that again at some point. I had intentions of doing it at one time, and then for something, I can't even remember what it was, but I had intentions of doing it because I could, and then I didn't end up doing it. But it's been a while since I've done an all-nighter to read.
I was gonna do it, but then I didn't.
Doing them. It's so much fun. But yeah, isn't it though? It's so cute.
It is so cute.
It's so good. It has like this coloring page is like a quote one, and it's got all these different cute pictures and stuff. Love it. Yeah. Happy birthday. One of my students, his younger brother's birthday was today, and he's in the one of the baby classes, and his brother is not my student. But we were walking by on our way back from breakfast or something, and he happens to be being picked up by somebody. The baby was being picked up, and so the brother saw each other, and I only had a few kids today. We have like a little bit of a stomach bug going around, so our numbers have been low this week. It's just been taking them all out. But I was like, okay, well, since we're not going to be too disruptive by stopping, because I only have a few kids, y'all want to sing happy birthday? So we all sang happy birthday to the little 2-year-old. He turned 2 today.
Aww.
Cute.
That's so cute.
And he was sitting there smiling and everything. It's precious. All right. I know that the Marguerite is definitely
it's after midnight. I'm going to bed.
Yeah. I was gonna say you too for sure. I know you guys are tired. I'm probably gonna say that was the last sprint for tonight. maybe next week we'll get to like do a later one. Like me, like I know you guys will probably still go to bed, but like I might stay up. But I'm kind of tired right now, so I'm gonna say that that's probably it for tonight.
Nice.
So, Brittany, we're gonna go in reverse order from earlier. Brittany, do you have anything that you would like to plug?
I have sprints every Tuesday night on my channel. I also will have bonus sprints on Saturday night this week for book club. So that's fun. They're not scheduled yet, but they'll be there. And I will be on Neva's 24-hour sprints for the next 2 days. So
Yes,
that's also a thing.
Yes.
I will be there at some point. I have to do grocery shopping tomorrow. Because, yeah. Anyways, speaking of, I'm sending you the link for mine, Neva.
Oh, okay.
Because I have that.
I got it.
Beautiful.
It just popped through.
I will put a better thumbnail on it later. I just am too lazy to go. Like, the good thumbnails are on my other computer.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest with you, my thumbnail still says June.
It's fine. Don't worry.
That's why I don't put dates on mine anymore.
It'll be switched by tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't put dates on mine anymore specifically for that reason. I just have, I'm redoing them to make them a little bit more dynamic, but I have 4. I just have them in the 4 colors that I do every month, and I rotate amongst those. So, and that way I don't have to do a new reading sprint thumbnail every single time.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That's fair. Margaret, do you have anything else?
I have a video that's going up probably sometime tomorrow, and then I will also be part of Neva's 24-hour reading sprints from 8 to noonish on Saturday.
Nice.
I think basically what's happening is the Midyear Scramble is picking up and going over to Neva's 24-hour sprints for Friday and Saturday. And then we'll be back, I believe, with sprints with Brianna on Sunday, but I haven't looked at the schedule, so I'm not 100% on that one.
I can look for you.
That sounds right.
That sounds right, because I know I looked to see when Bree was stopping on Sunday for my book club sprints. I was like, when is Bree done, so that I don't overlap?
He's from 11 until
5.
5, yeah.
On Sunday.
And like I literally, I can check that because I literally have it on there.
I have it saved, like it's like in a tab on my computer.
Yeah. Same. I did the same thing. I was like, I'm not going to check the schedule too many times. I'm just going to.
Well, it's true, because you're like, I need to know these information.
Yeah, I just bookmarked it on my.
Everyone's sprints are in my planner right now.
Yeah.
So I can figure out which ones I can like actually be on camera for and which ones I can't. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense. So.
All right, Neva, what have you got going on? Just 24-hour, of course.
24-hour sprints
tomorrow.
I'll be on everyone's sprint at some point throughout the 24 hours. I try to pop into everybody, you know me. What level of tired you're going to get on each sprint, I can't tell you. But there's that. I also have hopefully if I get it edited, my weekend live vlog will be up either tomorrow or Saturday. I'm going to end it a little bit early this week because I'm going to do a 24-hour sprint / Jan's Patreon readathon vlog for the weekend. The gay vlog will be here at some point. Okay. It's like almost an hour and a half long and it's taking me forever to edit it. So I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else happening.
Yeah.
Most Thursdays I have sprints, but I'm not doing Thursday sprints right now because of Midyear Scramble. So my Midyear Scramble sprints, I just watch for them to be scheduled, and then you'll know when they are. I think I'm doing Fridays and Saturdays mostly at this moment.
Gotcha. All right. I have my quarterly wrap up recently went up, so you can find that on my channel right now. And As far as upcoming videos, the first in a series on reading Pretty Little Liars will be coming up next. So stay tuned for a very... I found this on the web. Excuse me, Siri. Nobody invited you. Anyway, so stay tuned for a very interesting adventure of reading that, because that's been an adventure so far. But yeah, that's where I'm at. So thank you guys, everyone, for tuning in, and we will see you guys soon tomorrow at noonish if you're available. And if not,
if you go to my most recent sprint, there is a sprint playlist that has all of the sprints that I do update occasionally to add in people's sprints.
Yes.
I won't. Neva has a 24-hour sprint playlist, so that go to her for. But all the ones that are official Reading Scramble sprints do end up in that playlist.
Yeah.
Once I have everyone's sprint in the playlist, I will post it to the community tab for 24 hours. That's what I did last month, and that worked the best was for it to, because you don't need it after the 24 hours. So I was like, I don't just live here. But I will post it from tomorrow at noon. It will be up for the full 24-hour duration, so it's easy to find.
Nice. Alrighty. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and hanging out with us. We will see you guys again tomorrow, hopefully. Yeah. Bye.